Hi, I'm Iliana Limón Romero. I'm here with our college football insider, Matt Murschel with the Orlando Sentinel. We're ready to talk about FSU's big matchup with Louisville. Huge road game Thursday night. Matt, what are your thoughts? What are the keys for FSU going into this one?
Well, I think going into this game, first and foremost, like any team, obviously you want to get the win. I think they know now, having seen the first college football playoff rankings, that they're going to have to do everything in their power to get the win. So they're going to have to beat Louisville. They can't overlook this team. I think it's going to be difficult. It's a Thursday night game. Kind of throws the week off a little bit for the players and their routines. I think you're also hoping this team can once again put outside distractions behind them, or at least compartmentalize them like they've done so far this season. Because right now it just seems to be the outside noise. Everything going on outside the program seems to be the bigger news than what's going on actually. So, this team has to really come out and I think they need to jump on Louisville early. I think they need to get some points, and I think they have to hope their defense can stop some of the big plays. I think that's what Louisville, what some teams have been able to do with Florida State so far this season is create big plays, and they need to stop that.
Some people may not be as familiar with Louisville after Teddy Bridgewater's departure, but they just got a star receiver, Devontae Parker, back into the lineup. He came back from injury, and they've been on a bit of a roll lately and have some key areas that maybe could challenge the Seminoles. Their defensive numbers are really impressive. Can you talk a little bit about, do you think those numbers will hold up against an FSU offense that has always done enough this season to win games?
I don't think so. I think those numbers are inflated. The defensive numbers were inflated. I think you look at who they've played so far this season, I don't necessarily think they've played anyone quite like Florida State, even though Florida State isn't playing like we saw them play last year. I think this team can still put up a lot of points, a lot of yards. I think, again, Jameis Winston just seems to find ways to make plays and make things happen. I think that's what, if I'm Louisville, I'm trying to stop that, is you've got to prevent him from making those kind of plays. Because even if they shut down the running game, Florida's passing game, along with Rashad Green and Nick O'Leary, they can find ways to get the tough yards. And if you shut down the passing game, then they'll just come right at you and run the ball with Devin Cook. And I think that's where it's kind of that two-headed monster they're going to have to deal with. So I don't think those defensive numbers are going to hold up much in this game.
So you've been to a couple of these FSU road games where they've gone into hostile environments. They've been the hated team to a certain extent. They seem to own that identity. They seem to be rolling with the us against the world mentality. Is that what you're expecting from them on Thursday?
Yeah, I think so. It seems like almost, and not just in away games, the home games too sometimes, they feel like they're the us against them mentality. I've talked to a lot of the players after games, and they've said, it's almost like everyone is against us, so we're just going to band together, become a band of brothers, and really kind of use that as some sort of motivation going forward. In a weird way, it's helping them. I think in the weird way, that's why they're putting aside all the distractions that are outside the program and using that focus on the field. I think they'll do that again. I've been to Louisville. I've been to the stadium. It's an amazing atmosphere, but it's not like Tiger Stadium or Death Valley, or it's not like that overwhelming. So I don't think these players will be in awe at all on the road. I think it's just a unique situation because it's a Thursday night game, and again, historically, Florida State's had issues at times. They lost a game a couple of years ago at NC State. That was a Thursday night game that really kind of cost them any chance of having a great year. So that's what Jimbo Fisher wants to look to avoid. Don't lose this game on this Thursday night, and then your season pretty much is done, for at least for the chance for a national championship.
All right. Well, Jameis Winston has never lost a college football game as a starting quarterback, so we'll see if he can keep that streak alive. With Matt Murschel, I'm Iliana Limón Romero. Thanks for joining us.